What's up, guys?
What's up, everybody? Boom!
We are back in the studio.
Hello!
It's been a minute.
Hello!
But we got a pretty cool review today.
Yeah, we're talking about a movie that it's called Good Boys.
Good Boys, and I think it's either produced or directed by Seth Rogen, or some reason he does something with it. But
yeah, I think he was in one of the promos or something
like that, whatever. But it's a pretty funny movie.
Yeah, so this movie kind of centers around the idea of these three kids, you know, they're best friends, and one of them gets invited to a party, and then he invites the other two to a party.
Yeah, it's a kissing party.
And then they need to learn how to kiss. And then there's always like subplots and things going on that go on, and it's a really, really funny movie.
Yeah, and the three main characters of the movie are Jacob Tremblay.
Hey.
Whoa. Brady Noon.
Hello.
And Keith L. Williams.
Yes.
And they're three best friends, and they're in 6th grade, I believe.
Yeah,
they're going from 5th to 6th grade. Yeah. So, yeah, they get into a lot of shenanigans. This movie is full of adult humor.
Yeah.
So it's from the makers of Superbad and Sausage Party. Yeah. So
it has that like dry comedic
humor.
A lot of sarcasm, and this is I believe it's a rated R. It has to be.
It's a rated R film.
And so overall, you know, my take from this movie was it was solely made for comedic reasons. Mm-hmm. There isn't like great transitions and a real big important story plot that you really like care about.
No.
Big CGI effects. It's just a wholesome, funny
adult movie, and once in a while they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like I really enjoyed Superbad, so this is a movie for me.
There is a small lesson to be learned in the film.
Yeah.
With the three
Friendship,
kids because they're growing and it's moving on to the next stage. You know, when your friends are
transitioning from,
when they take part into certain things in school and you kind of fade away, and the movie does a good job of like recognizing that and explaining how important the friendship is. So there are some good lessons to kind of learn from the film. But for me, it was funny, like all the little details with like learning how to kiss and they're playing spin
the bottle,
and
going from us 5th to 6th grade.
We were kind of being like, I was being reminded of all those times when I was that age, going through that and like all those awkward stages. So the movie did a good job of doing that.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about in the theater. I was like, man, like this is like it's like I'm in elementary school again,
Yeah.
But it's funny. It's a funny movie.
This movie, probably I can't remember the last movie that made me laugh so much. Just
the whole theater was laughing. Yeah. Like I just love that kind of humor.
It's just that stupid, funny humor. There was a lot of sex jokes in there, and that's a big part that plays in a lot of the humor. Just because, I mean, there's a part in the movie at the very end where there's like swinging in a sex swing.
And they
just,
don't know what it is.
And it's just kind of funny to look at. And they're just all natural kind of swinging like it's a swing, but they don't know what it is. And like at that age, that's what it kind of is. Like you see all these things and you don't know what it is. You don't know what it's used for and things like that. And you're experiencing all these things. And they just did a good job of like at the delivery of all those jokes and all those awkward moments, in a funny way.
Yeah. And a big part of this movie is the three boys actually meet two older girls.
Oh yeah.
And so it's set up by they fly their drone over to the neighbor's house.
Yeah, her dad has a drone that he uses for work. And
the one kid's dad.
One of the kid uses it to spy on the chicks because they thought that they were going to kiss their boyfriends and stuff like that. Trying to learn how to do it.
Right, and then the drone crashes, and then they actually end up blackmailing them because the one kid stole their purse and it's got Molly in it. So the whole movie they're trying to get this Molly, the older girls are.
Yeah, so it's always like a journey, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's funny.
There wasn't really too much that I didn't like about it, just because it was just a fun movie, kept you involved, and it was just funny.
Like I said, plot kind of went here and there.
The one kid, the black kid, was he might have been the one that I kind of got on my nerves about, just because he was so like innocent.
Yeah,
he was
Lucas.
He was so like reserved, and then every time he screamed,
he had this high pitch.
Yeah,
his name was in the movie. His name was Lucas, and his scream is so funny. It's so high pitched and like
it was like It was just terrible.
You could tell though, but
screaming like a girl.
You could tell they're in 5th grade though.
And it was funny to hear him scream, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, you gotta man up a little bit.
Yeah, and in the movie, out of the 3 boys, Lucas is the rule man. He wants to go by the rules.
Yeah.
He wants to abide by the laws, and the 2 other kids were kind of like loose cannons a little bit.
Yeah, it was. It's just a movie that you're gonna enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a fun movie, and there's not really much to say about it because it doesn't have a ton of depth in it, and it doesn't have a ton of like, oh my god, it doesn't look amazing. It's not like a fantastic, well put movie together, but it's just a fun, simple film that we both really enjoyed, and I didn't expect to enjoy it. But
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's gonna break box office records or anything, but it's gonna.
But if you're into that kind of genre, like Superbad and Sausage Party and like Pineapple Express, you know, like those kinds of funny movies, this is right up your alley, and it was hysterical. I thought it was so funny.
So we give it the Max movie reviews recommendation.
Hey,
guys,
it's good.
Go see it. It comes out
August 16th.
Like, comment, and hit that all important red button. It'll be somewhere on the screen. Subscribe.
See you guys
later.
Later.